Next, 3 local entrepreneurs will pitch their ideas to local moguls. They will compete for over $30,000 in cash and awards to take their Wisconsin business to the next level. These are the moguls.
I need to figure out how you're making money.
You're really doing something special.
What are you looking for from us?
Who can we help the most?
Jerry Gendusa is the former CEO of MTech, now founder of Stuck, providing breakthrough strategies for businesses and entrepreneurs, and author of Get Unstuck.
You have to have passion, you have to have a drive. A lot of people will tell you what you can't do, and taking risks is all a part of being an entrepreneur.
Debbie Allen owned McDonald's franchises, then founded DNA Networks, an executive coaching firm.
Always focus on what it is that customers need. It's not only important to get customers, but you got to be able to keep them and grow them as well.
If you've heard one call, that's all. You know David Gruber, founder of Gruber Law Offices.
Entrepreneurs are driven, and it's amazing how so many folks have been able to change the world just one person at a time, one idea at a time.
Peggy Ann is the head visionary and founder of Life Moves, a concierge move managing company. She was also the co-owner of Empire Level Manufacturing.
The best thing you can do as an entrepreneur, act on an idea.
This is Project Pitch It.
Hello.
Hello.
Great to meet you. My name is Amanda Santoro. I am the founder of The Little Food Company. We create delicious handcrafted meals for little ones. Do you know what's in baby food?
No, not at all.
I have an idea.
No.
Overprocessed ingredients with preservatives, additives, and fillers heated to extreme temperatures to create a product that can sit on the shelf for years. I'm a registered nurse and mother of 4. I've been making baby food for 25 years. It was with the arrival of our youngest son, working full-time, there were never enough hours in a day. I needed a convenient alternative to homemade baby food. Like many parents, I turned to the grocery store. I assumed things had changed in the decades since our last baby was born. The packaging had changed to reflect a desire for healthy eating, but the product inside had not. The Little Food Company is different because our food is made from scratch, is handcrafted in small batches, features locally sourced organic produce, and is frozen to seal in freshness and flavor. To date, we've sold over 4,000 baby food meals. Just this month, we moved from a shared commercial kitchen into our own production facility, Wisconsin's first allergen-free organic baby food center. We're at a pivotal point in our business and we're looking to scale up production. We need to hire help. So $10,000 cash reward would give us the funds to scale up production and distribute our product throughout the state. As you hear, I have a couple other Little Food Company fans here to help
adorable.
pass out some samples. This is Frankie and Luna and their great mom, Kara. And we have samples of our apple fennel date puree, which I would love for you to try.
Okay.
Sounds like they want some as well.
Now, what are we trying again?
This is apple fennel date puree.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you said you've been doing this for 25 years?
I've been making baby food for my children for 25 years. I did launch the business just last year at the farmers market in Appleton.
And Amanda, out of the 4,000 meals that have been sold, what channels have they been sold through?
So we have 3 channels for distribution: direct through farmers markets and events.
Okay.
And our website, we have a baby food subscription plan, which people can get deliveries at home, and then also wholesale accounts with distributors. I'm going to be launching that throughout northeastern Wisconsin to Milwaukee with our new move into our facility. Currently, we're at 4 grocery stores.
Are you doing this full time?
Yes, I just left my full-time nursing job and I'm now a full-time entrepreneur. I'm very excited about it.
So how many hours a day do you have to work to do this?
Well, I don't sleep much, but it's something I really enjoy. I'm very passionate about it, and I love responses like this from babies trying our food. It just really fills my heart and it makes me, happy about what I'm doing.
How many employees?
I have no employees at this point. My husband and myself, and family and friends that help me produce. Yes, so I'm definitely in need. I'm at a pivotal point in my business. I need people to help me.
And what are your price points?
So it's $7 for the 8 ounces. There's 2 meals. For younger babies, sometimes they can get more than 2 meals out of each pouch. So it's about 90 cents an ounce.
Either Frankie and Luna love it or they haven't eaten for 2 days.
They love it.
Well, Amanda, it seems like you're onto something.
Yes.
All right, I so appreciate your
Good
time.
luck.
Thank you.
Say bye.
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 Wow.
It's amazing how much product she's sold in such
So
a
far.
short period of time through the farmer's market.
There's a lot
interesting
of
niche.
mothers that do this at home now, and it takes them like almost all day to do this.
Where they're cooking and processing their
Yes,
own.
and there's kits and everything else. I mean, yeah, it takes a long time to do this.
You want the cash to hire people, and you also need some planning and strategy to go along with it as to how you're going to bring it to market.
Absolutely.
Last season, we were introduced to Alex Hart Apendo and his Build-A-Bow bow tie business. Since his appearance on Project Pitch It, business is booming.
Some highlights for my company will be able to be getting the opportunity to talk with investors. And I've also been able to hire people for my company to make my production rate a lot faster. So over here, these are all the notes that everybody's been sending me from all the way around the world. My social media analytics shows that 25 through 27.5% has increased since the show. I was actually also featured in GQ magazine, and this was an absolutely amazing experience for me. And I've also been able to also move my products to Amazon, which is absolutely amazing. I've been nominated for Wisconsin 25 under 25. And I'm on the list for Forbes 30 under 30 for 2019. I'm absolutely grateful for Project Pitch It and all the mentorship that they given to me. It's absolutely amazing. And I just want to say thank you, Project Pitch It.
Coming up, this entrepreneur's product is helping families make preventative home health care easier. Later, is it possible to reinvent the light bulb? This entrepreneur is doing just that.
A lot of times entrepreneurs are so savvy and techie, they know all the latest, greatest technology to bring to the table, and they're so excited about that technology that they lose sight of really what it is that customers want. And so if you stay focused on what it is that customers are interested in, I think you'll always be able to bring a product to the table.
Hi, my name is Mark Kale, and this is On Call. 10,000 people turn 65 every day. That's over 400 people per hour.
Oh my God.
I owned in-home care agencies for 10 years, and we were taking care of people. I had 250 caregivers going into people's homes, and we were reacting to emergency buttons after someone already had a catastrophic event. So the idea would be, let's prevent these things from happening to begin with. There was nothing on the market, so I decided to sell everything and do it myself. So we raised local money here in Milwaukee. We produce this here in Wisconsin. We gather information from medical devices as well as activities of daily living sensors. Door sensors, you can put a door sensor on a refrigerator so you know if mom decided to eat today. You can also have a very good holistic understanding of what's happening in the house so that you can get in front of these emergency events and prevent them instead of reacting to them.
So Mark, who are your primary customers of this product?
So it's in-home care agencies, hospital systems are using us when they discharge patients home and they want to be able to monitor them and make sure that they're not readmitted into the hospital.
Quick question, your philosophy is to prevent rather than react. And when you started talking initially, I was thinking of, I've fallen and I can't get up, but that's after the fact. Right. That's what I thought. Now, refrigerators, somebody to tell if somebody's been eating, and what is the scale to maintain it, to see if somebody's maintaining their weight?
Sure, so with congestive heart failure, a big indicator of something going very, very wrong is that you can gain weight very rapidly. So we can have a Bluetooth scale that would then, it would actually give a verbal reminder it's time to get on the scale in the morning. And so if Mrs. Smith weighed 3 pounds more than she did last night, it would send out a threshold breach alert via text to someone's phone, and you would be able to say, oh, Mrs. Smith weighs more than she should. Let's make an outbound phone call to Mrs. Smith, get her to the doctor, because inevitably she's going to wind up in the ER with that scenario. If you're a diabetic and you've got, and this is just a typical glucose meter you can get from anywhere, and everything happens to work with our unit. We're not closed. So if someone takes a glucose, it's too high or too low, those alerts would go out.
So you're sharing the responsibility or lessening the responsibility of a caregiver or a loved one, or?
Exactly, we're spreading the love, right? So the family is involved. So we would walk into people's homes, they would be on the floor and we would say, Mrs. Smith, why didn't you push the button? I said, well, I didn't want to cause a ruckus. You hear this all the time. Well, we said, if you knew that your family would get the alert first, would you be more apt to push the button? And 100% of the time they said yes.
So where are you currently at?
We are in full production. We actually make them right in Pleasant Prairie.
Okay.
and we are raising our next round in order to bring on salespeople and get to market as quickly as we possibly can.
How big is the round that you're raising?
Right now we have a $500,000 convertible note, and we're also raising another $3 million.
How much does a unit like that cost? Retail price?
Retail is $349.
That's inexpensive.
It's inexpensive. We also have a lease program to put it on the street with nothing down.
I'd like to know if you have a junior model that I could install in my adult children's home.
It's amazing how many times I get that question. Do you want to see it work?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Peggy, pick up that button, please.
You're going to make me fall.
No, no, no.
I can help.
I'm sure you can.
If you press the button,
Emergency.
so you're going to see a text appear
Emergency.
real time. There it is.
Cool.
Right? So I know you fell,
I said Peggy fell.
Emergency.
and then we can cancel it, and I'm going to get it all clear.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Take care. The thing that's interesting is this open architecture from a technology standpoint, that it can interface to then provide inputs and outputs for diagnostics in a preventative way.
It's really basic stuff too, and the basic stuff is what concerns people. The sudden rise in blood pressure,
Right.
the diabetes is all out of whack, and everything's. He's correct. They're gonna end up in the ER.
Wow, what a product.
It's important to listen to things in relation to what you can do versus what you can't do. A lot of people will tell you what you can't do. What you really want to hear is what can you do and then how can you do it. And taking risk is all a part of being an entrepreneur.
Next, this entrepreneur's light bulb will keep the lights on even when the power goes out.
I think the best thing you can do as an entrepreneur, they act on an idea. And I think that's what a true entrepreneur does. They don't sit and think about it and then years later go, I figured that out a long time ago, and then they never did anything. Well, a real entrepreneur acts.
Hello, moguls.
Hello.
My name is Chamilat. I have over 26 years extensive experience in manufacture, sourcing, and new product design. According to Department of Energy, in 2017, there were 3,500 power outages affecting 36 million people. Safe lumen is a solution. We build the light that works with and without the power with battery backup. It offers you longevity, save energy, safety when there's no power, and at affordable price. Here is how it works. Just put Safe Lumen in any light feature. Use every day, like what we did here. Let's turn on the breaker switch to simulate power to the house. Then use the switch to turn the lights on and off like normal you would in your house. When lost of power, everything's off, but Safe Lumen comes back in 1 second. The unique part is the battery backup will last up to 3 hours. When power restored, everything's back to normal and the battery recharge itself, ready for the next outage. I'm seeking new capital to help us speed up the sales and marketing and continue to bring the new product to the market. We have 4 US patents and 2 China patents.
How far along are you in the stage of this business? Have you sold product yet, and how have you sold it?
Actually, I started up this business 3 years ago. We worked on the product development research for 2 years, and last year we started to sell the product in the market. So last year we sold $5,000, and this year we are on track to sell $65,000.
So how does it compare in price to a regular light bulb?
Right now we sell online for $19.99.
And so how long does it last? I mean, I know the backup part of it will last for 3 hours.
We use the high quality components, so the light bulb lasts up to 23 years.
I'm going to ask you about manufacturing.
Yes.
Okay? Your production time for this.
We manufacture overseas, but we do have plan to look around the Wisconsin manufacturer. And our headquarters is in Wisconsin, and we have no plan to move that. Safe Lumen technology will help millions of families stay safe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow, interesting product.
It's a wonderful product, and it's a little bit of a challenge.
I was surprised to hear that there's limited or no competition from some of the big players.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about the overseas production, just because we had overseas production, and you don't always have such good luck with that.
Good quality.
Yeah, the quality issues, you have little control. You have to go over there and monitor it.
You truly have no control over the third party who's supposedly supervising. Sometimes
Exactly.
they're the bigger issue
Or there you go. They're the bigger issue because
Sometimes.
they'll take your knowledge too.
A lot of the larger companies would be very interested in buying the technology or licensing the technology or figuring out a way around it, because you'd have to scale that with millions of bulbs, especially to be able to manufacture that in Wisconsin. So what could you do in Wisconsin that would be more value added along with the light bulb?
What would Thomas Edison do? I see the commitment, you see it in their eyes, and nothing is going to stop them. And that's why we could help, because sometimes we could give them some money, give them some financing, we could give them some advice, we could give them some help. Sometimes we have to tell them to go backwards, sometimes we have to slow down. Sometimes their ideas and their potential is so great, we tell them to just go full speed ahead.
Coming up, the moguls break down the pitches. Now the moguls decide which award will best serve each entrepreneur and help them create the next great Wisconsin business. The Project Pitch It Award is $10,000 in cash. The Stritch Pitch Award includes business classes at Cardinal Stritch University, office space, and staff support for 12 months. The Pitch In Award includes the moguls hosting a forum featuring investors and experts in marketing, finance, and networking.
3 really different companies. 2 have all this intellectual property. 1 has a passion for food for little people. Let's start with Little Food. She said she's looking for some cash. She already has 4,000 meals sold, and she's done it through farmers markets. Where does her business go? How does she get there?
Well, she's looking at trying to get her products in, places where maybe they sell more organic foods. And so, some of the higher end grocery stores. So I think that's a good place for her to really look at marketing to, but she needs to be able to scale it past her friend and her husband to be able to grow it into, get it into the stores, so.
She was very honest with us. She came out very quickly and asked for 10K.
Yeah.
And I think she
Everyone
realizes, what the need is.
She needs relief. She's doing all of this work herself for the most part.
And she's
goes
been
out and
she's
does
been
the
a nurse
marketing
for 30 years. She's
The
done all
old
the
phrase,
designs.
perhaps it gives her the opportunity to work on the business rather than
Yes.
in the business.
Yes.
And get unstuck.
And get unstuck.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a great way of putting
And
it.
Did I
also
steal
some-
something from that wonderful book you wrote?
Let's talk about Safe Lumen.
Wow, she was amazing. I think for her, really being able to focus in and carve out who is the best market for this product, because there are so many opportunities.
There's so many lighting competitors that, to me, she's not necessarily a lighting company. She's a
right.
solutions provider for
Yes.
battery
Good
backup.
point. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I agree, and I'm still concerned about the whole overseas thing. I really believe she needs to probably pitch it to the right company.
Yeah.
And really, you're thinking about it's lighting, but really it's more emergency lighting.
It's emergency lighting.
Right.
It's backup lighting.
Exactly.
On call.
You know what I like about On Call, other than just about everything he mentioned? He's taken decades of experience.
Yes.
Yes.
And he knows what he's seen in the past, knows exactly what can happen. There are going to be more and more and more people in need of preventative care, prevent these emergencies, prevent
all
these
types of
dilemmas.
things,
For
right.
everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Well, we'll have some tough decisions as to who gets what prize.
I would
Definitely.
say so.
Coming up, the Moguls award over $30,000 in cash and prizes.
To be an entrepreneur, you have to be innovative and you have to have a lot of passion. The 3 of you are all extremely innovative and you have a ton of passion. We have some awards to give out. Peggy Ann.
I'm in charge after discussion for Project Pitch It Award. That's the cash, everybody. You're going to get it little food.
Wow, thank you so much. That's amazing. I really appreciate that.
Well, you're amazing.
Thank you. It'll go to good use, that's for sure.
Awesome, awesome. So we have what's called a Stritch Pitch Award. And this award allows a person to have office space and staff support for a period of 12 months at Cardinal Stritch University to work on strategy and marketing. Guess what? Who's getting it? No one. Because
The Pitch In Award. Let me tell you a little something about the Pitch In Award. The moguls, entrepreneurs, will meet. There'll be investors. There'll be the opportunity to talk about raising capital. There'll be an exchange of ideas. There'll be people talking in reality, back and forth, trying to make the right decisions, some of which are easy, some of which more difficult. But let me tell you what we've decided to do. On call. Let me tell you a little something in my mind about on call because it struck a nerve. You've taken decades of passion, put it together to prevent tragedies, to prevent bad things, to help families, to help individuals, and it's wonderful. That being said, it's a tremendously competitive field. And in some ways, perhaps some of your intellectual properties, some other things may actually be worth more than the business. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? That's one of the things I think that'll be discussed. And Safe Lumen, how admirable. It's intimidating who you are trying to take on. It is incredible. You are taking on the biggest players, not only in this country, but the biggest players in the world. So, perhaps by sitting down with investors, perhaps sitting down with advisors, they may make some interesting suggestions to you as to where to go, who to partner with, whether to go it alone, whether to let somebody else pick up the fight. But again, what you have in common is the passion. So that's why we've decided that both of you, both of your blood, sweat, and tears should share the Pitch In Award.
All right.
yes.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that very much. It'll go a long way.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to all.
Thank you. Fabulous.
If you want to support these entrepreneurs, visit our website to learn more about their products and companies. If you have an idea for the next great Wisconsin business, we want to hear from you. Visit projectpitchit.com.